Hey, I'm Mama J, and these are my stripper stories.
Okay, well, let's talk about boundaries
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times we talk to dancers and people that's a part of the industry, and they talk
Mm-hmm.
about what the customers need to be doing when they
Uh-huh.
come in, which
Uh-huh.
we'll talk about.
No, you good.
What about boundaries for the customers? How them standing on business and what they like? Because, like you said, sometimes it is a matter of like where girls crowd you. They see a little bit of money. It's 10 girls over there. You might not have wanted 10 girls,
Uh-huh.
or you might have picked out this girl and she done brought 3 of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are some boundaries that customers need to have and that they need to stand on when coming in the club?
I think they need to open up their mouth and be like, hey, no, because sometimes the customers can be messy as a motherfucker. They already know the deal when you just sitting there and not saying nothing and letting all these girls come and cool because they gonna start an argument. But I think the customers need to get wristbands or say, you know what, hey, I don't want you over here, but a lot of times they won't, they just let the shit go on, the mess go on.
Mm-hmm. When do you believe that there is a such thing as my customer, her customer?
I do believe that. I believe that a customer can come in for a certain girl, and that's when it resorts back to he need to stand on business and let everybody know, hey, I'm here for her.
Mm. If you have somebody who is coming in and they might have tipped you, a couple of times, you might have got some money, and now they came here this time and they own
want
somebody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the etiquette of the dancer? Because you do have someone. Well, that's my customer.
Mm-hmm. That ain't your fucking customer. Because he doing what he wanted to. Because if he was your customer, he'd be specific. Like I said, he gonna let everybody know
what it is and what it ain't.
That's right.
It seems like they're hiring anybody now. Why do you think that is? Like I remember back in the day, like you had to be
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why do you think nowadays any size, it doesn't matter. You can have a super big stomach, teeth missing,
Not for sure. Damn. Not for sure. But that goes back to like what I was saying, it's the economy. So, just like everybody else, shit, they tell everybody that's taking what they can get. Uh-huh.
You think the internet got something to do with that?
What you mean?
OnlyFans, Instagram, Snapchatter.
Oh yeah, sometimes, yeah, I do. I mean, somewhat. Could be, I'm gonna say possible.
What's the craziest thing you've seen? No, that was the worst thing.
What is the craziest thing I've seen? I want to say, I don't know if this is the craziest or this might be the worst. I don't know. But one time I seen this dude slap this girl and she got a bottle and bust him across the head. Yeah. So I don't know if that was the worst or the craziest or what, but so yeah.
Do you believe in the idea that the strip club, you show no emotions in the strip club? Like how, a dancer might come in, she might be sad about something, she crying, she emotional about everything. Some may say, the strip club ain't a safe place for that. Do you agree with that?
If a girl comes in and she's emotional, I'm just gonna say, like, if I see it, we're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna encourage her, you know what I'm saying, go get you some money and, deal with it, as soon as possible, just at a different time. Yeah, but people gonna come in, because I get it all the time. But yeah.
Do you believe that a dancer should be getting ready at work, or do you feel like she should be getting ready at home, hair done already, makeup already, or you think that's something that
I think you need to bring your motherfucking ass in there already dressed.
So we've had a couple dancers come on this platform, and some of them don't agree on tipping out. What would you say to that?
I really had them problems. Cause my girls fuck with me.
Right.
And I fuck with them. I don't really have them problems. Maybe a newbie or something like that, once I talk to her, I don't really have those problems as far, with the tip outs and stuff.
When if you did have that problem, I know probably in the past you may have had that problem. How do you get your money?
I mean, it's just, so a lot of times I chalk it up. It just depends. Like, I might be like, you coming back tomorrow? If you don't pay, no, you're not. Something like that. I might get on like that. But for the most part, yeah.
Do you have the ability where you stand in the club to fire girls?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you tell us a story or a time where you had to let somebody go and it might have been a little, a little much?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and this is just being honest. Like, as long as I've been there, I probably only fired 2 girls. And the reason being is like, I don't know. It's just by grace, I guess, whatever. I don't really have those problems. And the one girl that I did fire, she was belligerently drunk. She went in the office and slammed all of everything, the files and everything, slammed them on the floor or whatever. And so, yeah, I did fire. But I even let her come back because, like I say to my girls, and I mean, I don't know, I just got a heart for her, you know? Yeah.
When it comes to being what essentially is the matriarch of that locker room, do you feel like you are also obligated to come in and make sure that you look a certain type of way, that you look upkept, and that body to
You know what? I probably should, but I don't all the time. I come in there with a moo on sometimes, and I tell my shit. You know what? I can make a moo look good. Shit. I thought her ain't done. I thought one on my head, but yeah, nah. Sometimes
How much percentage would you say that the dancers in the club are on drugs?
Now, you know what? The percentage would be very low. When you're talking like a hard narcotic or something like that, I don't have them. It may be 1 or 2.
Right.
Yeah, but for the most part,
Right. And
they alcoholics, so they like to drink.
Right.
They love to fucking drink.
And if you're dealing with someone that's on something that's hard, how do you deal with that?
I don't know. I guess it would depend on how they would, came to approach me, or if they came with a problem, whatever. I don't know.
You've seen a lot, you've done a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that you have, you grow a liking to certain girls that you work for an extended amount of time, a lot of love for them. What's something that may have happened between you and a dancer that you might have been emotionally attached to that might have hurt you a little bit or made you kind of feel a certain type of way? Because I'm sure it happens.
A slight little argument. They done did some foul shit. And I'm like, man, I can't believe you did that shit. But the thing about it is because the type of mom I am, I'm approach them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go bumping around to your partner and, this, that, and the other. I'm going to approach them. We just hash it out. But yeah, an argument, something that's done been said or some weird shit that's done been done. You know what I'm saying? That has affected me, so yeah.
What's some things that you provide as a house mom that sets you apart from other house moms?
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, I have everything under the sun. Anything ain't there. I sell wigs, I sell hair, I sell, of course, I sell clothes, makeup, just you name it, I have it.
You be selling food too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, get a good meal
girl
out
get
of
in there and have a cook. Yes, ma'am. That too. Yep, thank you.
Why is it so hard for dancers to get out the game?
I don't know. Like I was saying, I think, in talking to the girls, a lot of them, either they just not ready or maybe some just don't have a vision yet, So that's the only thing I can think of.
If a dancer is like too messed up or, can't drive home, what is the protocol? Like, what do you do in that situation?
I'm finna call your Uber. I'm finna call your man, or you finna sit here, or your friend or something, but you cannot leave.
You just can't leave.
You can't leave, period.
Right.
No.
Have you ever lost a dancer as far as no longer with us?
I have.
Are you okay telling us about that?
Well, one of them you guys already know about, and I won't go into detail about that, but a couple, yeah.
And is it just as emotional for you as anybody else, even though it's the club?
Of course, because those girls were very close. I was very close to those girls.
How do you mentally prepare yourself to go in the club and deal with the women, the men, the environment?
I'm so used to it, but I will say everyone I do pray. Whether it's like, okay, thank you, God, lead me, through this day or whatever. But yeah, so.
Now, I know you talked about having vision,
Mhm.
having a plan, and you wearing your plan. You wearing your vision,
Yes,
which is no
thank you.
issue.
Yes,
That's you.
it is.
Can you tell us about your brand, what inspired it?
Okay. So what inspired No Issues is I was going through a little something, just kind of like going through the slums or whatever. And I just thought about a positive affirmation and I threw it on a shirt. Of course, I was going to target females only. My son, which everybody knows, Monkey Man, he inspired me. And he was like, Mom, it needs to be versatile for men and women. And so that's what I did. I just put it on a t-shirt and it worked. And so I just came up with No Issues, and which is like having a mindset of being unapologetic about confidence, allowing negativity to hold no power. So the drip is really coming soon. I'm still, at the beginning of it, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, the drip looks really nice. We're gonna show it in the beginning so they can see it all the way through. But before we get out of here, is there any what advice would you give to a dancer that's looking? Well, not a dancer, but a woman that's looking to get in this game.
I usually ask them why, what's the purpose? And the answers that I get is to make money, So I ask them, do you have anything to go with that? Are you in school? Are you looking to go to school or whatever? So I get all kind of answers with that.
Right. And if you could change anything about the club, what would you change?
I don't know. That's that's a good question. Mm-hmm. Very good question, but it's kind of hard. I don't know. I would have to think about that.
When we bring you back, you don't have to answer.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to support No Issues, purchase anything, get they feel, how would they go about doing that?
Instagram, No Issues Streetwear. So the new drip will be here in December 17th.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna need mine.
Oh, you definitely gonna
in
get
pink.
Yours. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I need to wear them. You know what I'm saying? Mama J, it has been a delight and a treat. You are our first time speaking to a house mom, and that perspective I feel like is your perspective is so important. A lot of people don't know or get to see what happens behind the scenes, and you are the behind the scenes.
I am behind the scenes.
Yes, yeah. And we appreciate you for what you do for the game, and we appreciate you for coming and telling your stripper story.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too, and thank y'all for having me. Most definitely.